Everyone on that flight thought they were watching a simple scene. A mother, a baby, a strict flight attendant. But in seconds, it turned into humiliation. Sharp, public, and shocking. No one knew who she really was. And the moment the plane landed, the airline would face a truth so powerful, it would leave everyone in disbelief. Alina Grant wasn't just any passenger. She was a Black executive, a strategist, a mother balancing a high-profile career and family life. Today, she carried her infant daughter through the airport, exhausted from weeks of work and travel. All she wanted was a quiet flight home. Even in first class, she felt the subtle scrutiny, whispers, glances, judgments. But she ignored them, focusing on her baby's soft breathing. She had faced prejudice before, yet nothing prepared her for what would happen on this flight. A flight attendant approached her row, sharp-eyed and rigid. At first, Alina thought it was routine check. But the cold glare, the rigid stance, hinted at something else. Something personal. And soon, that tension would erupt in a way that would shake the plane and reveal a truth nobody expected. The flight attendant hovered over Alina's seat, inspecting her baby carrier with unnecessary scrutiny. Each movement, each adjustment Alina made to comfort her daughter was met with criticism. Improperly secured, causing inconvenience, not following protocol. Words sharper than the turbulence outside. Passengers shifted uncomfortably, some whispering, some pretending not to notice. The baby stirred and cried softly. Alina instinctively soothed her, keeping her voice calm, her hands steady. But the attendant's frustration escalated. She leaned closer, gesturing aggressively, shoving a blanket from Alina's lap. Tension exploded when the plane hit a slight turbulence. Alina held her baby tightly as the attendant reached to correct the carrier. The baby wailed. Alina instinctively shielded her child. In a moment of panic and anger, the attendant struck Alina's shoulder. Gasps filled the cabin. Alina didn't yell, didn't retaliate. She remained composed, her baby safe, her eyes forward. But inside, a storm brewed. She knew one thing the flight attendant didn't. Her husband wasn't just wealthy. He owned the airline. And before the plane even touched the runway, the truth would explode. The plane landed. Alina rose slowly, keeping her baby close. The flight attendant approached, ready for one last act of condescension. But Alina calmly reached into her bag, sending a single message, concise, commanding, undeniable. Within minutes, airline executives arrived at the gate. The attendants and supervisors froze. Passengers watched as the tables turned. One by one, they recounted the humiliation Alina had endured, each story contradicting the attendant's defense. And then the truth hit. Alina's husband was the majority owner of the airline. The woman who had tried to shame a mother was confronted with the full weight of her mistake. Color drained from her face. Authority crumbled. Excuses vanished. The cabin was silent, passengers staring, realizing they had all witnessed a collision of power, prejudice, and truth. Alina, calm and composed, held her baby. She had endured injustice, but she had also ensured it would not go unanswered. Alina walked through the terminal, baby in her arms, sunlight warming her face. She didn't stay for punishment, didn't linger on revenge. The flight attendant would face consequences. The airline had learned a lesson, but the deeper truth stayed with her. Bias and judgment were still everywhere. People still assumed, disrespected, underestimated. But silence was not the answer. Action, exposure, and dignity mattered more. Alina's composure had not just protected her child. It had reminded everyone present that humanity and fairness could not be ignored. Passengers approached her quietly, offering apologies, acknowledging the injustice they had witnessed. And Alina realized the story wasn't about punishment. It was a lesson, a challenge to every person watching. How many more mothers, children, and innocent people must be humiliated before the world finally chooses empathy over prejudice?